Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. Okay, so I am intending to do a number of tests here at this time. But one of the things I want to do, besides testing these computers with the diagnostics, is I would like to, where did I put it? Oh, yeah. I would like to test, no, that's not it. I just had it. The phone rang, and it threw me off. What have I done? Oh, okay. It's here. Okay, here we have an RCA cable, but it's different in that if you look at the end, look at that. I can steal the signal. So I have this other monitor here, and you can't do this endlessly with monitors, but you can do it with some, like a couple, maybe three, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to plug that little adapter thing in, which puts me into the monitor. And I'm using the red one, which is the same as what's up there. And then I'm going to put this. There's only video on this monitor. There is no sound. So I will go into the one port that's there, and I will turn this on. And then I will turn it back. And it is lit up. So I will now turn this monitor on. And what we should have in a moment, I believe. Hang on here. No, that's not good. There. Getting a little flash off the light there. Okay, so what we should have any moment now. Okay, we have two monitors, we have things, we have stuff. We should have two displays. We should. Oh, but wait. It may be that in order to plug in the monitor, I may have unplugged the power supply. Yes, I did. So hang on. Is this the power supply that I seek? I don't think it is. Oh, cords are a magical, wonderful thing. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. They all get tangled. Okay, this is the power supply I need. Okay, so what here doesn't need to be in? You remember, of course, I have lots of power bars that I would never, ever get into a situation where I didn't have enough plugs. Okay, let's try that again. The monitor should be hot and warm and ready. We'll turn this on. And indeed, up comes the display. Now, I'm going to turn this a little bit sideways. And look for the brightness, because I don't see a whole lot of brightness coming out of this right now. What do we have? Horizontal width, horizontal hold, video in, vertical size. All right, maybe. Is there something on the front? Maybe not. Maybe if I pull this out, oh, that gets brighter. Okay, so, ooh, that is good. So it does work with both, but the signal does get a little bit drained. And the other thing I can do is right now I notice this monitor is kind of shaky, but I bet you, yeah, if I turn off the 1702, it gets a whole lot less shaky. Now I won't hear, there, that got lessened. I won't hear the sound check like that, but I can see that both monitors are doing their thing. And if I pick this, oh, wait a second, wait just a second. There are controls over here. Oh yeah. Well, I figured there would be, but you just never know. Okay. So this SID chip sounds just dandy in here. So I can test this monitor, I can test this monitor, I can test everything. What I really need to do right now is, actually, you know what I think I'm going to do, because I've tested, this is a retro rewind one, and it's dandy, and it's beautiful, and I like it. I'm going to try testing this old machine, oh, not old machine, sorry, this machine with this other one, this other harness, etc. for this, the first preliminary test. All right, so we put in the cartridge, and we connect to the user port, and we connect to the joystick ports. When I'm testing a 64, I like to run the machine through both of the harnesses just in case, just to see. Like the other 64 I was working on, both harnesses absolutely said there was a bad 6526 chip. And so I believe there is. Even though I can't see anything that would lead me to believe that it's bad. In other words, everything seems to be working. Okay, so we're now connected, we're harnessed, monitors are on. Now we're cooking with gas. This is an old harness thing I got way back when Commodore was around. Okay. Nice little amber monitor. They were not, well, everything was supposed to be, oh, it's easier on the eyes and all that. And maybe it is, and maybe it isn't, I don't know. But I do know. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? We're looking good. Oh. Everything is coming up nicely. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. So it is reporting absolutely no errors, nothing. And that is good, and that is fine, and that is dandy. But I'm going to leave this to run through a few more times to see if heat does anything. And remember, this SID chip is not the SID chip that was in this 64. It was in the other 64 board, which is over here. It is. So this is an assembly 250407, artwork 251137, revision C. Where was it made? Oh, assembled in Hong Kong. Wow. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Now the one thing that there's like a hair. One thing that I do prefer machines and sockets, but I know sockets can also go bad. I've experienced it, so it can be tormenting when sockets go bad. It can be. But I mean, I could, if this was socketed, I could take all the chips out in probably between a minute and 2 minutes and test them all one at a time in another machine with the sockets and have a much better idea of what's what. But as nothing seems to be wrong, as I say to many people in my field of work, if there is no problem, there is no problem. Be happy, be content, be at peace. Don't make trouble where there is none. Now I'm just looking. I guess. I think since I've turned up the settings on this, that it's not doing the same kind of wavy stuff that it was. I think. So this is good. Good, 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 good. It's always good to get a positive outcome. Because you never know when getting old computers. Everything could be fine or everything could be terrible. So the one thing I will do, as we've been on now for, not too long, I am just going to touch all the chips. And, they all get warm. They do. Ooh, the chip is warm. But I'm just checking to see if any of them get really warm. The chip's pretty warm, but it's fine. I have not done it before, but I suppose I should, because I know that heat is the enemy. Just ask Bill Hurd, the creator of the Commodore 128. Heat is the enemy. They do make heat sinks that you can put on the chips that help take heat away. And perhaps I'll look into them. I think they just stick on. But basically what they do is they multiply the surface area of the chip so that whatever heat there is, it dissipates. Some people I know have even put little fans in. The 64 would be a tough one to put a fan into. Whereas like the 128D and other things, it would be much easier. It would be. So this is looking good. I think we'll let this run through again and see. I do like to torture things, but see, the great thing about torturing them is you find out if something's going to break. But the bad thing about torturing is when something breaks is that something broke. But this seems just dandy. Absolutely dandy, 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 dandy. All right. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to let this go one more time. And then, there we go. Then I will turn it off. And while I'm here, and while I remember to do this, I'm going to do one more operation. And this has nothing to do with the 64. Well, it is. It's to do with the power supply. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to pull this plug out. And then I'm going to put it into this tester. And now that it's been working for a while, I can see it says 5.16. And that is just fine. I've just got to make sure I have the right one here. And this is indeed the one that is plugged in, I think. They are so tangled. They are so mangled. Oh, golly. Let's pull this through and make sure that we have the right one, because my golly, the cords, they just get so wrapped up. All right, is this the one that is currently plugged in? They're literally, I don't know how they get like this, but they do. I feel like I'm outside with a lawnmower trying to pick out. Okay, that's the one. Okay, so now this one, it needs a bit of a face wash on the top, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do is on the end, I'm going to write 5.16. Good. And I suppose I'll put 1124. So I know when I check this. Okay, that's a good. I do like to write on them. I did have one fail not long ago. It was fine. Oh, now it's 5.17. Gasp. Oh well, that's all right. Within acceptable tolerances. Okay, I'm going to pull this out. The computer is off. I will turn this back on. It's all good. It's running through. And we'll just let it run through once, and then we'll say we're good. So the nice thing about these 64s that have been altered is pretty much the alterations are all on the keyboard side of things. So I could put another top on this if I wanted to. I could. Anyway, next time, where we are. There we go. So next time, I will connect the retro rewind. Ugh, this is one thing about these monitors. Oh, I don't know why they would ever put a power switch on the back, but they did. Oh well. Anyway, well, next time we'll hook up the retro rewind harness and see what's what. Or maybe we'll just connect the other 64 to all of this and see what's what. Yes, I think that's what we will do. I think so. Oh, cords, cables, things, stuff. That was one thing. I mean, it's not that pets didn't have any cables and connectors and things. They did. But the keyboard and the monitor, it was all right there. It was a beautiful thing. Anyway. Okay. Thanks for coming. We'll see you again soon. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye for now.